The college basketball experience preview and picks for Wednesday night, November the 5th edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the promo code TCESGPN. Welcome, everybody, into the college basketball experience preview and picks for Wednesday night, November the 5th. Oh, what a night in college hoops. Light slate, but there's some action going on right now here in the late slate that we're going to talk about. YouTube.com/the college experience. Intros first. So I am Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. former staffer with Austin P. with the Governors, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and West by God with the Mountaineers, a.k.a. Mac tonight over here at the College Experience, motherfuckers. Let's go. You are looking live at youtube.com/the college experience. And joining me to talk college hoops, you guys know him from the great state of Michigan. He is a LeBaron driving cocktail napkin having. He's Noah Bienick, a.k.a. Noah B77. What's up, brother?
How's it going, Mac? And our next guest that we're going to intro for the audio in a second. Outstanding, Dave, basketball. In a little card, we might have one big dog that has appeared here. We're at the under 4 of the only money line that I think we gave out yesterday. That is 15 bills, and we'll see if it comes across in the final 4 minutes.
You're up by 10, my friend.
Yes.
Go, you Skyhawks, go. And third man in the booth, you guys know from the Windy City, co-host, or the host of the Locks and Dog podcast. He is Cannabis Capper, a.k.a. CC. What's up, brother?
Mac, thank you for having me again. Tiny slate, but this has been a fun night of basketball. Like, thoroughly enjoy it. Like, a lot of good games for a tiny slate.
Hunter, we are sweating it live. That was the decision that was made. We were waiting it out, and there was like 10 minutes to go still, and it was 11:48. And we're like, let's just go live at midnight, and we'll see what happens here. So, yeah, we're all clenching our, that tight, sweating this one out. So,
poker face is on, baby. Go Skyhawks. Bienick, take it away. You are the host from here on out. I'll be in a shotgun over here, having a couple of roadies while we go down the road.
I am going to use our slideshow from yesterday. That way we've got the lines of when we picked all these games. First up, Purdue and Evansville. Guys, I was actually kind of impressed by Evansville, their performance today. They end up losing 82-51 by 31 points. The spread was 32.5. They barely cover there. It was 38. Evansville, the Purple Aces, backdoored this thing to get the cover. And they matched Purdue, like rebound for rebound, and actually had 20 offensive rebounds tonight for the Purple Aces. That was my number one takeaway, is Evansville is going to be a worthy opponent in the Missouri Valley this year. Mac, what's your takeaway?
Yeah, they kind of hit Purdue in the mouth a little bit. Purdue kind of went through the motions. If you had Purdue with me, it was kind of a brutal loss because they were up 38 at the under 4, and they put their walk-ons in, and they gave up a layup basically with 15 seconds on the back door. So, shout out to the Aces for competing. Ragland's a good young coach. They play hard for him. But, I mean, Purdue was too much. Braden Smith didn't even try tonight. He had 11 assists and 1 turnover.
Yeah. No. Purdue, yeah, to your point, they kind of got punched in the mouth, and it's always like when some of these high major teams are in the non-conference at their most dangerous, when they get they get punched and they have to come back and counterpunch. That's when they start to steamroll teams, and that's kind of what happened. Purdue, they got up big in the first half and they kind of coasted. They definitely called off the dogs towards the end, but kind of is what it is.
Fletcher Lawyer, 30 points. And I will say, Clark was saying Purdue looked soft. They did, but they also didn't have Kaufman Wren who didn't play.
Yeah.
Correct. But that's going to be their thing all year is they're not very athletic. So at times, if teams can match their size, that's something that, I mean, that's always kind of been the thing with Purdue is if you're able to handle them down low, then, I mean, their lack of athleticism in the backcourt is their big weakness. So game number 2 of the night was Saudi Arabia State against Alcorn. And shout out to our guy,
Robert McCray the fifth, dropping a program high 17 assists, the most in program history, Mac, as Florida State wins this one 108-76. Luke Locke's good start to the era. And shout out to McCray. His old man is a fan of the show, and I'm a fan of Robert McCray. I was a fan of him in Jacksonville. He's a good player, man, and he's another guy that transferred up from a mid-major to a high major, and
good for him. Making the transfer and getting to showcase his skills on a bigger stage. I didn't touch this one. I wanted to see Saudi Arabia State, before I actually started diving in on them, but they got some. I know it's Alcorn State, but they got some dudes outside of McCray. They got some dudes. I watch out for them in the ACC a little bit this year. Maybe chippy.
Then we had South Carolina and NC doing battle. The Gamecocks win 91-72 by 19 points, just missing the cover there. Mac, did you catch any of this game, your former employer?
No, I didn't watch this shit. I know that they were up 28 with 5 minutes, and they did exactly what Purdue did, and they took their foot off the gas and got backdoored. Michi Johnson, 14 points in his return of returns.
The second return.
Return.
That's wild. I ate shit on this one. I was on the Michi Johnson points at 14.5, and he scored exactly 14. And I had South Carolina -20, and they won by 19. So
yeah, not the greatest game for Mongolian Mike either. A guy that they were maybe expecting to be their point guard as UT Martin drills a 3 that was needed. The lead was cut in half to 5, but they are now back up 7. UT Martin with 2 minutes to go against UNLV here. As we continue to sweat on the college basketball experience, the next game that we're going to briefly talk about is Kentucky and Nichols. It was flirting with the 29.5 point spread the entire way. Kentucky was up 30 with about 3 minutes to go and did not quite hold on to that. They win 77-51. Mac, one of the posters of the year, surely, by Colin Chandler, happened in this game as well. What other takeaways did you have from Kentucky winning against Nichols?
Yeah, Kentucky didn't look that sharp. Who they got on deck? Do they have a look ahead? Did they have a look ahead tonight? No, they have Valpo. Louisville's not till next Wednesday. Tuesday. But yeah, Kentucky, I mean, sluggish first half, only 28 points, then blew it open in the second half.
They are
shorthanded a little bit.
Yeah, shorthanded. No Jalen Lowe. And the other one is Jaden Quaintance, of course. He's out till probably January-ish. Capper?
Honestly, this is one I didn't want to touch. I wanted to see Kentucky, before I actually dove in, just based on what I'd heard in the exhibit, them looking so rough in the exhibition games. I didn't want to put actual American dollars on this team just yet, and glad I didn't.
Looks like there's an over the back foul on UNLV. I have my TV on mute.
Yeah, they're reviewing it.
Yeah,
take forever. Here we go.
They went to the monitor there, but yeah, again, I'm not really panicking a ton on Kentucky without a couple of projected starters. But Nichols, I honestly thought that their defense was able to play a little bit. They hung in with Kentucky for the first half. Nichols themselves couldn't put the ball in the hoop for the first 20 minutes of this game. They only had 15 points at halftime. So I think that's what ultimately did them in there. We also had East Carolina and Georgia Southern. This was another game that neither team could really make a shot from deep. Guys, there were 70-plus free throws taken in this game. And we have a final of 92-89. ECU escapes, but the Eagles covered, Mac. And you were on that side against Colby and I, correct?
I'm fucking pissed because I put together a Georgia Southern UT Martin moneyline parlay on the pregame show. So I was hoping Georgia Southern would get me home and then I could ride this UT Martin thing out. But I put UT Martin separately anyway. But yeah, it's that game was about what I thought it would be. It would be a 1 possession, 2 possession, slug it out game. Georgia Southern had their chances, man. They had 2 or 3 critical turnovers every time they would get it to 1 possession, but Schwartz, year 4, starts with the win, 92 points.
Yeah, for a game that had over 170 points scored, I can honestly say this was actually kind of a dull affair, just given all the free throws.
Oh my gosh, yes.
This was a slog. I didn't think either of these teams were really all that good coming into this one. Nothing changed my mind. I let Mac bully me into Georgia Southern on the pregame show. I'm glad he did. Mac, thank you for being a bully. Thank you for pushing me. Appreciate you for that one. Because we did get home with the plus 6.5. But this, these teams are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
Never lay north of 2 possessions with ECU.
That's words to live by.
Schwartz and ECU really were able to successfully slow this game down. Both teams shot under 70% at the charity stripe. So that was certainly it could have been way more. This could have been an Ohio State IU Indy game with both teams in the hundreds. But it didn't quite get there because both teams aren't as offensively talented. Georgia Southern did shoot 40% from 3, but they didn't take their typical 30 threes today. So that was more to West Virginia's good perimeter defense. I had a bet on West Virginia today. It was one of the few cocktail napkin plays that I had yesterday, only 2 of them. And this one never threatened to cover the 19.5. But also, I don't think this game was ever in doubt of losing it. Correct, Mac? What was your takeaway from watching the Mountaineers do battle against each other?
I thought the game kind of played out the way I thought it would. I when I talked about it last night. I was hoping I picked them just for my brand, and but I wasn't gonna bet them. They're North Texas. Every game's going to be a grinder of a game. It's going to be a defensive battle. They're going to really compete defensively. They got to get Chance Moore back. They need another option there. Jasper Floyd was awesome. Him and Honor Huff won the game. The 2 guys in the backcourt. I'm going to be brutally honest. I wasn't very high on the Eagles staff edition when they got him. I have my concerns about him at the high major level.
Yeah,
he played a lot tonight.
He's a team. Every other guy that they brought in is a blue chip guy, blue collar guy, guard their ass off. Eagle staff is a TMZ guy. He
was a volume shooter at the mid majors.
He had 2 games against Alabama and then against South Dakota State. But you look at some of the other box scores. There's a reason North Dakota was a bottom half of the league summit team. So. Hey, if he can come in and make some shots, but he's not going to be an impact guy like these other guys.
No, he really is.
He's going to be the 6th or 7th best player.
Yeah, I was also super impressed by Floyd. I was on his assist total. Again, I got clipped. It was 4.5. He got 4. I did lay it with West Virginia. I was hoping to expect. I thought it'd be a bit more explosive. Really weren't. Back to your point, they're going to be North Texas this year. So if they're you can't lay these big spreads with them. You got to take the points moving forward.
They're going to be a great dog in Big 12
play. Oh yeah.
But whenever they're a favorite, fade the shit out of them.
If they're ever catching 12 in Big 12 play, all about it. But laying double digits, no thank you.
Yeah.
So I know my TV was in the middle of both Capper, and Mac. But we have 37 seconds left on the clock, and UT Martin is up 3. They just turned it over on the inbounds pass. No, they didn't. Okay.
No, they somehow got it back. They look like three of us out there trying to break the goddamn press.
So,
AKA white and unathletic.
Yeah, it has not been the smoothest of sailings in the final 2 minutes of this game, where they were previously up 10 or 12 at one point. But holding on for dear life as they head to the line.
You gotta make the free throws. If you're white and unathletic, you gotta make up for it in other ways. You gotta knock down your free throws.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of just disaster classes, when we talk about breaking a press, this one was just a disaster class all around if you're a Fordham fan, as they lose outright at home against NJIT without their 2 leading scorers from last year that did return to the season, or to the team this season. NJIT goes on the road and wins 72-61. Max, did you catch any of this?
No, I didn't. I was score watching, and dude, they hit him in the mouth right off the bat. And on the pregame show, we thought it was fishy the way the line just plummeted right before the game. The first half line too, and they came out 37-26. Fordham may not be very good.
Well, Mac, what happened was on the pregame, the first half line plummeted to like -4.5, -5.5.
Yeah.
But the game line did not move at all.
Yeah.
That was what was fishy about it. Fordham is officially on my Fed watch list. I think seeing a line in a game like this move that dramatically, I'm going to keep an eye on Fordham. I think I'm not saying they're crooked. I'm just saying they might be.
We have people heading for the exits in the Thomas and Mack Center as there's 17 seconds left and the Skyhawks lead by 6. 10 seconds. Is that a travel or a foul?
Foul. Vegas is on the line.
All right. Did you refresh your stream, Mac?
Oh, yeah. I want to get ahead of you. I wasn't going to head
you. Yeah, you are ahead of you bitch.
Motherfucker. You ain't going to be ahead of me. Dude, shout out to NJIT, man. This team has been awful. Bill Meyer there in year number 3. This is a hell of a start to a third year where they've struggled. I mean, they were 13-46. 13-46 in his first 2 years. So this is a hell of a way to start year number 3. So shout out to NJIT Highlanders. They will get a game ball. I can guarantee you that.
UNLV steps up to the line and drills both. 10 seconds left, and UT Martin is inbounding. Subs coming in and out for both teams. UT Martin gets the ball in successfully. It's kicked, and it's now a dead ball. UNLV kick ball there. Another fun fact just about this Fordham NJIT game. 2 seasons ago, Jace Howard was a rotational player from Michigan playing meaningful minutes, like 10 minutes a game. He's on Fordham's roster this year and played 8 total minutes, and they were all in the first half. and we're talking about a Michigan team that just put up 120 against Greg Campy's zone. That's how far Michigan's come in 2 years. So I am very glad that Dusty May is the head coach. And somehow I was able to squeak Michigan basketball into this show. Don't know how, don't know why, but we're going to move on to UNC Asheville and Wichita State, which was one of the better mid-major basketball games that we had to build up on today's marquee. Wichita State pulled away in this one, 75-58. The handicap was quite simple on the show last night. If you listened, it was Big South kind of disappoints in the non-con. I wasn't huge on Paul Mills in this team either, but I was on the Shockers, and Kenyon Giles had a big game for Wichita State. Mac, your takeaway from Shockers and Bulldogs?
I mean, Asheville held their own in this game. They had the lead in the first half. They just ran out of gas. I thought Wichita's big, man. So I thought their size outlasted them. I'm just looking at the rebounding. Yeah, I mean, they out-rebounded them, 46-31. So, Josh Eilert on staff there at Wichita, coach of the Bigs. So, let's go. Let's go Shockers. I like the Shockers this year.
This is another one that Mac bullied me into on the pregame. Originally, I was thinking Asheville was the side, but no, Adam talked me into it. And I'm again, Mac, thank you for being a bully. I appreciate you.
This is one of my top 3 plays, baby. So shout out to you. I tell you, Shockers, they're not going to be bad 3 straight years. This is a proud program.
It is a proud program. Okay, Portland State gets home plus 11.5. Okay, so small victory for me.
There you go. We'll be getting to that game in a second. This game's still got 2 more real minutes left, even though there's 8 seconds on the clock here. UT Martin's inbounding. We'll see if they have trouble with this one. Fouled right away by UNLV, and we move to the next game, which is Lindenwood and Texas Tech.
Live in Lubbock.
So you guys must have had something here on the pregame, because an hour before tip, both JT Toppin and another starter for Texas Tech were ruled out for this game. LaJuan Watts was the other one. Both of them ruled out like an hour before the game. And I was like, oh, shit. Well, if you're able to cash out, go ahead and cash out, because Texas Tech was a lock of mine. They cover either way. Texas Tech wins this game big, 98-60 over Lindenwood. Mac, what was the funny outcome in this matchup?
Ball game. 15-1, baby. The Skyhawks go in and stun Vegas.
Wow. Noah, congratulations, man.
Thank you. Mac let off that handicap. I will say that from last night.
We keep UT Martin football and basketball. Good hit. Good hit.
Great hit. Let's just where are we at? Let's just celebrate. Slide right here. UT Martin plus 1,500 on the money line right here on the College Basketball Experience. A triple lock at plus 17.5. But we said forget about the points. Josh Pastner in his first game against Jeremy Schulman, coach of UT Martin, who's been a winner everywhere he's at. Pastner, not really the case. And first game in 2 years, Mac, what happened?
You never bet against the OVC, baby. The Ohio Valley gets it done for us, baby. The old stomping grounds came through. UT Martin fell down double digits early, but then I thought Schulman made some nice adjustments, and they got it. Once they got it going offensively, they got in rhythm, and Vegas just got all out of sorts. They tried to throw a zone at Martin, but Martin's good, man. This new group, they're talented. They're going to be a player in the OVC. So shout out to Schulman, shout out to UT Martin, Tennessee Martin, Skyhawks, 15-1.
UT Martin won that game by shooting 56% at the line. They made just 11 free throws out of 30. This should have been comfortable, and it was not.
It's a good one.
Yeah, coming into this year, UT Martin was a bit of a mystery team. They have, I believe, 3 actual American-born players on the roster. So I wasn't sure what to expect of them. I did tell you guys on the money line, and I did take the points. I thought it was way too many for this game. So shout out to you guys for helping me out last night. Appreciate you. I needed to push in the money line, but I was all over the points on this one.
Yeah.
UT Martin, man, they're talented roster up and down. A bunch of foreign dudes that nobody's ever seen before.
Yes.
Until anybody gets any tape on these guys, watch out for them.
And watch out for these Rainbow Warriors. They just cut it to 2 on a 4-point play, under 8 media.
That's my other remaining bet. That's a lock battle against Cap. I thought the size and length of the Skyhawks really bothered UNLV, especially in the second half. UNLV in this game, 22 turnovers. So that ain't going to win many basketball games.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, they were also in plenty of foul trouble. So throughout that game, speaking of the free throws and whatnot. Anything else on the big money line hit? The chat's loving it right now. And we just got like an influx of 60 viewers or so live at 12:30 a.m. I'm assuming we had some that were watching on Mountain West Network before tuning in live here.
Mac, we gave out that teaser on the pregame.
They're all hitting.
Yes.
All the teasers hit.
It
all
was
the dogs in the late window. He said all the dogs are going to hit.
Yeah, I did Hawaii plus 18, Portland State plus 16, and UT Martin plus 22.5.
Yeah.
At plus
those are
120.
all comfortable too.
Yes. No sweat tees,
Well,
man.
The whole thing on the pregame show was all those lines did not move overnight. And it was like, I was like, because every other line, every other big game in the early window skyrocketed. Purdue skyrocketed, Kentucky skyrocketed, Texas Tech skyrocketed.
All the big brands and names skyrocketed.
These three stayed, even though the public was all over the favorites, they stayed on the number. I was like, oh shit, this thing is. I said one of these dogs is going to hit outright, and I kept saying it was going to be Martin because we had already buried our heels in. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. 15-1. I think it's the second or third longest money line that we've given out on the show. I know we can recall Maine because of that whole story and over Boston College, which Boston College, the exact same thing. Like that bet was because they had a bunch of injuries early on in the season that not many people knew about as well. So yeah, that was like 1,800, something like that. And then I think Mac had a big one last year.
You had 20-1, didn't you, Mac?
My biggest one ever was when Colby said Arizona was going to win the Natty, and I took Princeton on the money line in the 15-2 game and faded Kirk Risa. And fucking Princeton beat them. I think that one was 13-1 or 12-1.
Yeah, there was one in the main range last year that did come through, and I'm struggling.
I think it was Boston College again. I think we faded Boston College again. I think we went back to back against. I think New Hampshire or somebody beat them.
I want to say it was Northeastern, something like that.
Yeah,
I just remember a conversation we had about it. I think you said you had Northeastern at like 20-1, and that hit once.
That's honestly not a bad pull.
Dude, Oregon got teed up now too.
Last year they lost outright to Dartmouth. Was it Dartmouth?
It was Dartmouth. It was the big.
Oh,
it was right before Christmas. You're right.
Yes.
It was right before Christmas.
That was Thanksgiving weekend. It wasn't Christmas. It was Thanksgiving, but same thing.
I did have this one. Or I think Colby and I both had that. Hodgson at Memphis. That was a big one.
Yeah, that was pretty big. Thank you all for the donations too.
Oh yeah.
Best damn show on the planet, says Vintage Football Guy and John Tolar as well. We appreciate it very much. That goes to the Vegas fund at the end of the year for March Madness. Let's get the train back on the tracks, eh? UNC Greensboro was threatened in Kansas State early in this one.
Sweat free.
And then
not late.
Then the second half, man, K-State couldn't miss. I texted 10 minutes into the game is typically like how long I'll wait to really start to build a take. And I was like, K-State looks like trash in this game against UNCG. They were down like 19-9 through 10 minutes of the game. I tweeted out the score graphic picture or whatever from the TC account, and they shot 65% from three and 60% from the floor in the second half. Kansas State did. So Wildcats pull away without any sweat. Mac, this was a cashed bet for you.
Yeah, I had a hell of a night on the best bets. Minus fucking Kentucky. Yeah, so Haggerty got it really going. What did he end up with? 29. Him and Nate Johnson in the backcourt combined for 50. You see this sometimes in the bye games where a team falls down 10 early, and then when they get it going, like they just don't stop. The team that got bought, just can't get the momentum back. And I thought K-State just got out in transition, made a bunch of threes, and Greensboro looked young finally.
Yeah, I mean, Greensboro is not supposed to be good
they suck
this year.
Yeah.
So that was really concerning to me, at least early on Kansas State, and then they fixed it in the second half for sure. Capper?
Yeah, K-State came out in the second half and dropped 60 on them. I actually, coming into this year, I really like the fit at K-State for Haggerty. I thought that was a good move for him, going from like no structure to an actual structure. And it looks like they kind of figured some things out in the second half with him. So I'm kind of excited to see how that continues throughout the season. That was a great fit.
Interesting development here, too, for the Oregon-Hawaii game. Jaitis Namixa has fouled out with 7 minutes to play.
Oh, these Big Ten refs.
They got other bigs. They'll be fine.
So
this is what happens with
their best returning player from last year.
The referees don't give you the call when you're the one being prostituted. You got to be 15 points better. You ain't gonna get the whistle.
That was another TCE no context tweet last night.
You're gonna get it up the ass down the stretch if it's a 1 or 2 possession game. You gotta be 10 points better to win a bye game.
Shout out to Clark in the chat too, as Colby says, because Colby's not on the show tonight. It's a free show, folks. Like, subscribe here on YouTube, or if you're listening on podcast platforms, give us a follow, subscribe, leave a review, because the damn review should be these guys gave out UT Martin at 1,500 to win on the money line there, and that does not happen every day in college basketball, folks.
Yeah.
Even though we've seen 3 or 4 upsets through 130 games so far that have been that type: New Orleans, Hawaii Pacific, and then Maryland Eastern Shore went to overtime, didn't pull off that win, and then today UT Martin against UNLV. Good stuff from the group there. Anthony Roy didn't play for Oklahoma State, so that was an interesting development today as well. But Oklahoma State was able to take care of Oral Roberts 95-71, a 24-point victory as they were laying 19.5. They come through. Mac, you didn't bet this one though, right? For all these Big 12 teams laying the points.
I should have just betted. They all covered tonight. Hilarious. Yeah, they got the message across. TCU took it on the chin, and it woke everybody else up.
They told the ACC and Georgia Tech, like, this is how you do it.
Exactly.
So, on the pregame we were talking. Troy couldn't. He's an OK State fan, and he couldn't get on these Cowboys today either. So I don't think any of us jumped in on it. Good for Oklahoma State. They beat up on their little brother a little bit. Good for them.
Yeah, man. I kind of like this Oklahoma State team. I think that they're more explosive than they were last year. So I liked what I saw. Obviously, it's only 1 game sample size. It's against Oral Roberts, but 95 points. I can't wait for Sunday. They got A&M coming to Stillwater, so that's going to be a big test.
Eric Nolte, something that I always say, he's saying, I would never have taken UT Martin without you guys. Thank you so much. You saved me.
Oh my gosh.
I always say, man, like, you press the button that says bet or like place the bet and confirm. You did that. That's your bet. Like congrats to you. That's a giant hit and doesn't come around a ton. And
no, it does.
Yeah, that's you, my friend.
Oh, it sounds like some wide guys had Eric tied up in a basement, so you're able to pay him off with that UT Martin money. So we saved his life, literally. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that could have been
the case. I'm going to buy me some new shades tomorrow. I
think. Get some Ray-Bans on Mac.
Hawaii has taken the lead over Oregon, 54-52.
I'm going to buy a yacht if Hawaii
with 5.5 minutes to go. Was that one of your pregame parlays? Hawaii and UT Martin?
Yeah, but it was with Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was with fucking Georgia Southern, who should have fucking was right there to beat ECU. It was like a 60-1 or whatever.
Yeah, throw back to the 2024-2023 season when we were doing Moneyline round robins.
I love that shit.
That would have came through today for you guys there. Yeah, the chat is absolutely rolling. They're buzzing over that hit. Love to see it. We had Eastern Illinois and Valparaiso do battle against each other today. And guys, this was a pillow fight. I don't know if you caught any of this, Mac, but this was really ugly.
No, I didn't watch this. I'm not going to lie. I had the football show, so this did not make my setup. But, hey, shout out to Valpo, 1-0.
Yeah, Valpo wins 66-63, but EIEIO covers for this one. Capper, any takeaways? Did you catch any of this at all?
My takeaway is that Valpo is going to lose by 50 to Kentucky.
Very well could. Very well could. But yeah, this game was like brutal to watch. Eastern Illinois with 20 turnovers. They shoot only 9 threes. They didn't make any of them really either. And shot 43% from the floor. There were 66 free throws. It was a slow, ugly, bad basketball game. Both of these teams, I did not have very positive takeaways for either. And again, another projected starter for Eastern Illinois out of Point Park, Nazareth Fisher, only played 4 minutes. So I'm hating the way that this is breaking early for my Pioneers in Division I basketball. Those are the only two guys that I've got, IUPUI and EIEIO, and both of them barely played. So it's not a good look at all.
quick way update. Their other big man just fall out of the game
on a bullshit ass call. I'm telling you, they're taking it up the ass from this Big Ten referee crew. Bullshit call.
For what it's worth, 24-15 in free throws in the game in favor of the Ducks. So the whistle has been relatively friendly for the Duckies, and they are barely holding on to a win, let alone a 12.5 point spread. We had Robert Morris in Iowa doing battle today as Iowa cruised to a 101-69 victory with an easy cover. Bennett Sturts looked great. Alvaro Folgueras looked outstanding against his old team with 11, 5, and 3. It was just domination from
11,
Iowa.
5, and 3 in 18 minutes.
Bro, they're good.
And Iowa, I saw a tweet from somebody. I wish I could pull it and name the name that I saw it from.
Rob Donaldson?
No. Iowa played the second most possessions in a game today. If this game counted as last season for Drake. So they've clearly upped the tempo a little bit.
McCaslin. That's what McCaslin has done at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Because he was slow as shit at North Texas.
Yeah.
No, I came into this one wanting to see how Iowa would kind of what their lineup would look like, how they would look against real competition. I came away impressed. I like this roster. It's a stacked Big Ten this year, so I don't know how far they're going to go, but I'm excited to see where this team heads in non-con at least.
Yeah. I think Iowa might be nasty I think that's a good comparison for Mac yes, they were historically slow, like all-time slow in college basketball at Drake last year, but with a little bit more resources at Iowa, they could ramp it up a little bit with a little bit more talent. Well, that's something to keep an eye on for the Hawkeyes. Sure. Texas and Duke was the big game of the night. Texas was leading 32-31 heading into halftime. And these guys are calling out the whistle with Oregon. They were doing it pre-show as well about this Duke-Texas game. All I know is that Duke was my best bet of the night, and they cashed.
Texas first half money line on the pregame show.
Yep.
Well done, boys. Well done. Duke just pulled away in the second half with help of plenty of free throws as they were in the bonus quite early in that second half, and we're 22 of 30 from the line. Texas, they kind of had their lunch eaten down low, in my opinion. So in the paint, at least they won the battle on the glass for what it's worth. But that was my takeaway. Is they didn't quite were able to match up with Duke down low. Mac.
I need to go back and rewatch this. I know Duke got in the fucking bonus early in the second half, and that kind of changed the whole momentum. But I mean, they got stops when it mattered. Texas was flirting, got it down to 7-8 a couple times, but then Duke would just pull away with a couple stops. I hate that game at Charlotte. Just play it at fucking Durham. Like, that court is ugly as hell. It was a hard watch. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. Isaiah Evans won them that game, hit a couple of big shots, and was the best offensive player on the floor for sure. Capper, your takeaway from it?
It's honestly, it's hard to take anything away from this game just because of the way it was refereed in that second half. I'm not saying it was rigged, but it looked kind of rigged. Real friendly whistle for Duke. It was kind of obvious what what they wanted to happen. That's what happened. I was also on Duke. I jumped in at -8 earlier in the week. On the pregame, we saw the steam up to 10.5. At that point, I probably would have dipped back in on Texas if I hadn't bet it already. But the McDonald's All Americans, they look good. I don't think it's quite as strong as last year's team, but good. It's going to be a good version of Duke. I don't know if it's a great version of Duke.
Yeah, Boozer's good.
Boozer had
he's
15,
really
13, 2, 3 steals and a block tonight. And Gongba was good in spurts as well. But yeah, Texas just had no inside presence. I don't think they were able to really run anything through Volkititis. He did draw quite a few fouls, but that was about it.
I'm interested to see how Texas transforms throughout the year too, because I think that they have some pieces. And Sean Miller, it was game 1 for him. Duke has some bye games coming up, and then they got Kansas. So I'm at the Garden here in less than 2 weeks. So we'll find out more about Duke because I think Duke and Kansas are easily 2 of the top 5 to 10 teams in the country.
Yeah, I think the offense for Texas at times was a little stagnant. Just kind of, I don't know how to really explain it, but dull. And when they were shooting it, I thought they were actually doing quite well, and they didn't shoot it enough. Yeah, that was my takeaway from that. Arizona State and Southern Utah. Honestly, guys, I was defeated by today, I guess. I never caught this game, never score watched it at all. Arizona State 81-64 victory here. They win by 17. They lose the cover on the hook. I couldn't tell you how that happened, but Mac, Sun Devils and Thunderbirds here.
I got a 16.5, so I hit. Yeah, I didn't watch any of this game. I'll have to go back tomorrow and look at it. It kind of felt like it. What was Arizona State's largest lead? I feel like they were up 15-20 the entire game. It was one of those kind of get up 20 and just cruise. Yeah, 22 points with 6 minutes left. Like the West Virginia game a little bit.
Yeah, actually, it's actually a really good comparison. On the pregame show, I actually battled Mac on this one. We got a 19.5 for Southern Utah. I jumped on that. I got my cover, so I'm happy. But I kind of had a feeling that there was going to be like a call off the dogs moment. It looks like it's kind of what happened with Arizona State at the end. We're just kind of they just got clipped on the spread.
Yeah, Cranny mentioned it in the YouTube chat, and I haven't brought it up on today's show, but yeah, ESPN did crash all around. Networks main, they lost ESPN Plus. They lost Disney Plus. They lost the feed for Dancing with the Stars tonight too.
Oh no, not Dancing with the Stars.
Quite hilarious what was going on. I was searching up like ESPN Disney on Twitter, and yeah, apparently Dancing with the Stars was on tonight and was interrupted for about 5 minutes. So
that stupid ass woke Disney. They suck. That fucking app sucks. I hate that app. That app is so bad now. I like ever since them and YouTube TV got into it, this shit don't fucking work.
With Peter Pan.
Yeah. Peter Pan, fucking woke motherfuckers. Next slide.
Yeah, let's talk about this slide, Mac? Last night, I do believe I uttered the words, "You don't have to pull away and run up the score if the other team isn't making baskets." And that was kind of the story of this one, as Long Beach State could just not find the twine. And San Diego State, like, again, it's going to be one of their better offenses that they've had in quite a bit. No Magoon Guath tonight for the Aztecs, and they still put up 77 as they win 77-45 over Chris Acker, former assistant of Dutcher. Mac, your thoughts as you lose a bet here?
Fucked up. Damn you, San Diego State. You're not supposed to cover that game. It's your former assistant. You're supposed to call up the Dogs and win by 15. That's fucked up.
San Diego State. I actually did a write-up on SGP, sportsgamblingpodcast.com for San Diego State as my favorite play of the day. So This game kind of unfolded the way I thought it was going to. San Diego State really just choked out Long Beach. They didn't have much to offer in terms of shot making or really offense. And San Diego State was just outclassed them. Just more athletic, just better roster, smarter roster.
Yeah, Aztec shot 48% from deep in this one. They're gonna hum this year, and Long Beach State their identity is defensive for sure. Yes, it was game one, and they probably aren't clicking on all cylinders, but San Diego State's going to be dangerous. That was a Final Four team of Cannabis Cappers over there, so looks good so far. There is 1:20 remaining in Oregon, Hawaii, and the Rainbow Warriors lead by 1 over the Ducks. So we are getting in crunch time of another potential money line call in this one. UT Martin, UNLV. We already talked about that one. Portland State and Stanford. Capper was able to get this one across. Cap, I do not have access to ACC Network Extra for whatever reason. I don't have access to the network, so didn't catch any of this. Just box score watched it kind of. Portland State gets the cover. They lose 89-79. I think us three from last night's show all took Stanford. So what was your takeaway, Cap, from this game?
I just I need to see the Stanford team to see how good or how bad they were going to be. They actually look pretty decent on the offensive end against Portland State. As a team, how'd they do? Sorry, I'm going to steal some stats. They shot 47% from the field, 80% from free throw. They took a ton of 36 free throws. Good Lord. Really, I just thought that the line was kind of telling me that this was going to be like a 2-3 possession game. I kind of thought that's how it was going to play out. That's kind of how it did play out. Portland State kind of clipped them at the end. Was able to hit a big three at the end to get within the number, and they were able to stay within the number. Portland State, they can be chippy in these ball games, and so they kind of were. So happy to be on the right side of this one.
I didn't have much
saying I have a future in the election coverage with live calls like this.
I can see you on one of those networks breaking.
I can see you in front of the big board, looking at counties,
electoral college.
I have absolutely no interest, and plus, I don't think my voice cadence is good enough for live sports unless it's golf. That I've already kind of thought about that. I don't know if it's the best avenue for me.
You could be like that pencil neck on MSNBC that does like the percentages, and he's like,
I don't know who you're talking about, but
you're already better than him.
He was on the 538, and they brought him over to MSNBC.
Yeah, he does Sunday Night Football too. Him and his fucking khakis. I forget his fucking. Pencil neck.
I actually think I know who you're talking about.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. He's got the rolled up sleeves.
Well, he does the Derby. He does the big 3 races every year too.
He thinks he's smarter than everybody, and all he's doing is reading off a fucking percentage off a teleprompter. It's like anybody can do that.
Yeah, he brings that thing into into Churchill Downs too.
Yeah,
I am picturing the guy now.
I'm out on that guy. Pencil.
Oh yeah, he's a pencil neck, but either way, Noah could definitely do that job.
Yeah, absolutely, he does look like. What's the corrupt commissioner of the NBA?
Adam
Silver.
Silver.
Silver's the guy right now.
He looks like Silver. He looks like Silver, but with hair.
There's a guy
even worse shrunk
and more corrupt than Silver.
If you shrunk down Adam Silver and put hair on him, you'd have that guy from MSNBC.
Exactly.
Anything to add on Nevada and Louisiana Tech? As the Wolfpack blew out the Bulldogs by 27 points here. Louisiana Tech uncompetitive in this game. Nobody in double digits scoring wise. They did not shoot. They shot at 13% from 3. A very uncompetitive game, but Nevada didn't look that bad. Chuck Bailey had a big game for the Wolfpack. Mac, your thoughts? Do you have any?
I was going to be on Alford when expectations are low. I like this Nevada team, man. It's a new group. Colby's going to be excited.
I didn't get. I was kind of box score watching this one, but by all accounts, La Tech looked like absolute garbage in this first one.
That guy's not good a coach.
it's not that good of a roster either.
Well, he's had a loaded roster the last 2 years, and
He has. Yeah, they haven't done anything.
I tend to agree with you, and that was the final game until we get to this live sweat that's going on right now. Oregon is trailing by 1 with the ball. It's 59-58. Hawaii leads over.
We got a review at the moment.
Yeah,
you know this is going to go against Hawaii. This is going against Hawaii.
Yeah, you've got Oregon in the double bonus and Hawaii not even in the bonus.
So. No, they're in the double. They've been fouled.
Hawaii's in the double.
Yeah, they called a couple.
No, Hawaii's in the bonus, I guess. Sorry, they're not double bonus though. Oregon's double bonus, right?
There we go. We got a baseline.
I only see one plus sign.
It is Oregon ball baseline out of bounds. They got a little box set here. What we got to run? Oregon or Hawaii's taking the guy off the ball. So what do we got? 23 point. What's the timeout situation? 1-0.
Oregon just took the lead with 3 seconds to go. It is 60-59.
And Hawaii's got a timeout.
TK Simpkins gets a layup to go. Hawaii inbounding the ball right now.
Oh, that was dude. If that was against Hawaii, that would have been over the back for sure. Wait, they don't have a timeout.
Hawaii's got 2.
No, they got none.
They got none. They're going to get teed up.
Oh, that was over the back.
Dude, that was totally over the back. Fucking whacked him.
Yeah, TK Simpkins with what could be the game-winning bucket.
Did Oregon call timeout? Sorry.
I think there were 2 timeouts left according to the live stat broadcast right now.
Well, Big Ten Network
has 0.
Yeah. They went to review as well. They put an extra second on the clock. And TK Simpkins, I believe it is. I don't think it's TJ. I think it's TK. He's got 18 points for the Ducks as the leading scorer tonight, but definitely missing Shellstad as I thought that Wei Lin would have been all right. He has not been. He's played 17 minutes tonight with 4 turnovers, and they have not had another capable point guard as
only 1 assist too out of him.
Yeah, who's the other point guard?
Damn, Hawaii! I wanted this so bad for him. Don't tell us what happened, Bienick. You're ahead of us because you're on the fucking stream. We're about to inbound it. Don't tell us what happened because everybody else.
Kwame Evans, who's actually like a
4 seconds,
has the most assists.
Come on, Bose.
Good effort. Good effort. Good at dude.
You're way ahead of me.
Yeah, so we can recap that. Dude, Hawaii's a player in that league.
I was trying to tell you guys.
Yeah.
Losing to Mexico in this game really hurt.
Yeah.
They didn't have him for half the game. He only played 19 minutes tonight.
Do they get a high major out on the island this year?
Let's take a look.
It's a good question.
Holy shit, they don't play another road game till fucking January 1?
Wow. It looks like they host Arizona State in what could be the Diamond Head Classic this year because I know they moved that off of Christmas.
That's a loss for Arizona State.
Diamond Head Classic 2025.
You think those fucking degenerate Arizona State players are going to be ready to play in Hawaii? No chance. Hurley won't know what's going on.
Oh, they canceled the Hawaiian Diamond Head Classic this year.
Yeah.
It's been paused for 2025. I thought it was still going on. I didn't think they canceled it.
They could at least easily be 11-1. They're going to be favored in every game except Arizona State out on the island.
And VSU goes to the island.
I don't know. Watch out about a Hawaii Pacific.
Wait, time out. Is the Hawaii Diamond Classic in late November?
I just went to their actual website, the Diamond Head Classic, and it said it's been paused for 2025.
Dude, fucking Hawaii could have been undefeated going into the new year if they got that.
Yeah, because their last game is December 13th, and they're off until New Year's.
Oh, we got to fade them that first game back. Who knows what they're gonna be chasing scattered ass for 2 weeks on Christmas break. They ain't gonna be ready to play. Yeah. All right, game balls.
Game balls. So I think
first one's obvious, no?
Yeah, I think we've got low hanging fruit on the first one for sure here. How many do we want to do? It wasn't a huge slate. We want to do 4.
Do 4. We could do 1.
Yeah,
UT
Martin's the
community.
Unity Bowl. Capper, you're the guest. Do you want to go first?
Okay, I'm gonna let you do UT Martin. I'm gonna give mine to NJIT.
Okay.
For getting the win against the crooked team.
I think that's a great game ball. So we got the 2 money line upsets tonight, in UT Martin and NJIT. Mac, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
You can go.
I will give my game ball to let's go with Florida State, but in specific, I said last night, put Koa Pete's face on a game ball. We're gonna put Robert McRae the 5th on a game ball for a 12 and 17 double.
All right. I'm going to go with the Wolfpack. Win by 30 opening night against a Conference USA team that has been pretty good over the last couple of years. It's a new group. I know we're personally down on Louisiana Tech this year, but still, I mean, they've won 40-plus games. And Alford and company, get a game ball from me, baby.
All right.
Coyote.
There we go. We're going to flip over to the pick side of this episode. But first, let me tell you that college basketball has tipped off. Make sure you're subscribed here on the College Basketball Experience YouTube channel and podcast platforms. Follow, like, leave a rating, review, subscribe over there, and download the SU free college basketball picks, also football picks, and any other sport that's going on right now, and NFL, NBA, NHL, there's free picks on the SGPN app and website for everybody to view. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head over to mybookie.ag with the promo code TCESGPN and get a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That is mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. And we are also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market, and you're getting the best prices. Novig is also available in 35-plus states here in America. You can download the Novig app today and get $50 when you spend just $5 if you use the promo code SGPN. Get in on the action today with Novig and the promo code SGPN. And we are back here on the College Basketball Experience. Myself, Noah Bienick, joined alongside tonight by Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. Ryan McIntyre, and Cannabis Capper, a.k.a. Matt DeWaskin. And we're jumping into college basketball picks for Wednesday, November 5th. And let me change the presentation as that was yesterday's games. And we're going to go straight into Rider and Rutgers. The Scarlet Knights are favored by 18.5 over the Bronx. The total is 147.5. Max, start this one off with a bang. We got a 6 p.m. tip in Piscataway. What's your pick?
Oh, man. I kind of went back and forth on this one. I'm going to lay it with Rutgers. I don't have a strong conviction on this one. Is this a standalone game?
Yeah,
No.
Not
another game tips off a half hour later.
It's a new look Rutgers team. I mean, I know expectations are low. I'm down on Rider coming into the year, so I mean, but it is little brother, so I'm not gonna have a bet in this one, but I'll lay it with Rutgers.
Yeah, expectations shouldn't be too high on Rider this year, but Rutgers, I have no idea what they've got coming in here. It's one of your least talented Big Ten teams for this upcoming season. They only returned 3 guys that played double-digit minutes a season ago, none more than 20. Capper, your thoughts here on Rutgers and Rider?
Honestly, my thoughts are really similar to Moneyline Max. Rider is a guard named Flash Burton. I'm kind of excited to bet on Flash Burton. It sounds like a solid guard name from like an 80s movie or something. Flash Burton. That being said, I'll end up playing it with Rutgers. We just saw Ryder lose by, I think, 34 to Virginia, and now they're laying 20.5 to Rutgers. I think the line's telling us what's going to happen here, folks.
The chat is letting me know that my mic is acting up like big time.
You sound fine to me, bro.
I just disconnected and reconnected it. Let me know how it sounds.
Yeah, I think it's just that one person.
No, that's multiple people, I think.
Yeah, it's been a few comments, but
yeah. Well, one guy has commented 5 times, it looks like, but even Blaylock is talking about. Blaylock's been in here quite a bit too, so yeah. I don't know. Let me know how it sounds. Sound is fine. Says
they said it's Spoon's bet says it's YouTube.
I think you guys sound fucking great.
Yeah. I think we're fine. You know what, man? The more I'm looking at this matchup, I kind of think Rutgers drills them. This is a second. Rutgers has film on Ryder from the other night.
Yeah.
Against Virginia. I'll bet Rutgers. I want some action on the first game. I forgot that Ryder played at Virginia. So they're gonna drill them.
Thank you for the help, Spoons. Hopefully that works for everybody. Because it's all fine on our end. And
all right,
yeah,
Mac,
I'm gonna lay it with the Rutgers as well. At home, first home game of the year, and the Rack or Jersey Mike's, however you want to call it. The place will be rocking, and it's little brother. So there's some added motivation for the fans here as well. This is a game that I in no means want to touch, but I'll take Ryder for the show.
All right. You just talked me into it. I just fired on Rutgers.
Yeah, dude, I love fading teams on a short 48-hour turn when the other team hasn't played yet, and they're the fresher team. So double lock for Cap and I.
All right.
Moneyline Matt, Cannabis Capper on the Rutgers Shiny Knights. Let's go. At the Rack. We're going back to the Rack. I may force a couple of these just because it's such a short slate.
It's a slow night. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you hit UT Martin on the money line 15-1, you can force it better too.
Coppin State visits LaSalle in this one, and the Explorers are laying 16.5, total 142.5. The season opener for Darius Nichols and the Explorers. Matt, give us the handicap.
Hopefully it's better than what happened with Fordham. I'm gonna lay it with my guys at LaSalle. Fresher team, and Coppin had the all-in against Maryland game the other night. So I'll sit this one out. I don't really want to lay north of 15.5, 16.5 with LaSalle, but I think Coppin State runs out of legs here in the second half. And shocker, Colby's locking up Coppin State. He locks up Coppin State every fucking game.
You know what? I ride with Colby. We just saw Coppin State beat Chippy against Maryland. Now they're catching 16 against the LaSalle Explorers. New coach, new team. Coppin State's got a game under their belt. They've been able to work out the kinks. I'm gonna ride with Coppin. Let's go. I ride with Colby.
Maryland had a few injuries in that game. It wasn't squeaky clean by any means for the Terps the other night. And for what it's worth, I mean, Coppin State's one of the worst teams in college basketball. LaSalle opening the season with what should be an easy cupcake here, and they've got 10 upperclassmen on the roster that are probably going to play meaningful minutes in this basketball game, and quite a few transfers from good mid-major leagues. I think I'm going to take LaSalle, but again, big number here, a lot of points. I'm not going to lay that.
I can't lay 16 with LaSalle. No.
Can't get there. I agree. Game number 3, though, and this is one that I'll take you to, is Butler's laying 20.5 in Hinkle. Total 155.5, and I am going to lock up Butler. Southern Indiana is a team that I am not high on coming into this season. This is a cocktail napkin play for what it's worth. A lot of comments too. So we have a lot of new audience, I guess. Cocktail napkins basically just my model, and Colby got so pissed off with me saying model that he's like, get your numbers off that cocktail napkin or whatever. I forget how it stuck, but Stan Jouard a good coach for USI, but it's a brand new team and hasn't really had the same dynamic offenses as he did with the D2 squad and or Isaiah Swope. Isaiah Swope came up with the Screaming Eagles, and he's no longer there. And I think Butler at home in front of this, atmosphere, and they returned 3 guys from last year that all played meaningful minutes. Butler, I think, could be able to start pretty quick with Finley Bizjack and some returning production from last year. And Michael Ajayi, a transfer from Gonzaga, I think plays a big role in this one as well. I'm going to lay it and lock it with Butler. Mac, what are you doing in this game?
Lock battle, little brother here. Southern Indiana, they have been great in these opener games on the road in these bye games. Last year, they went to, double overtime with DePaul, who was great in the non-con. The year before that, they were chippy against St. Louis. The year before that, they were chippy against Missouri. Dude, come on. This is Southern Indiana, little brother angle here. Give me the dog. Lock battle.
I will join Noah in this battle.
Oh yeah,
Butler's got dudes like Michael Ajayi is like a legit dude. He started at Gonzaga. Now he's sliding over to Butler. I like this Butler roster up and down. It's a veteran squad. I'm seeing all senior graduate transfers up and down the roster. It is a new team, but I just think if we're on talent alone, they outclass Southern Indiana. This is at home. They should roll here.
Yeah, it's a short slate for what it's worth. Only 14 games. This is me overextending a little bit with the napkin. It's only a 1-point edge, but
again,
not a lot of games.
We just hit on UT Martin. We got house money.
Yeah, get some action in, and this is one of the games that I'll fire on with the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Go wrong. Moneyline back. Southern Indiana Screaming Eagles. I love my Screaming Eagles. Get this Butler shit out of here.
Maryland Eastern Shore, fresh off an overtime game over Georgia Tech, where they fell short by 5 points. Now heads to Georgia. Both of these teams in their second game of the season. Georgia off an ass kicking over Bellarmine, where they won by basically 50. Mac, take me where your pick is for this matchup.
I'll lock Georgia. They're the worst team in Division I, and they just played out of their minds, and they played an extra 5 minutes. How they going to go play the Dogs? They're going to get killed.
Yeah, they're going to lose by 50.
Georgia by 50.
I don't care what the line is, whatever it is.
The best play on the board.
Yeah, a mortgage bet.
Yeah, you guys, I guess, have talked me into it. So I don't know what number are we looking at with this game here.
29.5.
Yeah, it'll probably be what 28.5 is my bet. Is my guess.
9.5.
Yeah, dude. I'll be fading a lot of these teams on these short turns, playing by games.
I can't believe we don't have a line for this already.
Yeah, where are you pulling the 29.5?
Oh, we made it up.
29.5 is over at FanDuel.
Oh, it actually is 29.5.
Yeah.
All right.
Lay it. They're gonna lose by 50.
Yeah, that's, I think, our first triple lock of the day. Georgia over Maryland Eastern Shore.
Go Dog! For what it's worth, Georgia was really good last year in those bye games, too.
Yeah.
Big White.
Delaware State and Temple in another Philly game here. Delaware State is getting 17.5 from the Owls. Mac, what's your outlook on Temple for this season? Are they able to cover this big of a spread with Adam Fisher? We both think he's a solid coach, but relatively new squad, right?
Yeah, and Delaware State, man, I think Waterman's a pretty good coach. I think what they finished top 3 again in the MEAC last year. So, I'm gonna take the points. No bet here. I don't feel good about this one. This will be one I stay off of. Just I don't know where Temple's at. I got to see this new Temple team. You never know what games are rigging.
Yeah, this is also a game that I don't have a tremendous feel. I'm gonna take the Hornets and the points too. It's a lot, and there's only 2 returning faces.
Yeah.
For Temple total. So I kind of want to see it from the Owls first. Capper.
Isn't the system play to bet the team that was rigging games? Not
I mean, it did cover for me yesterday with NCA&T against South Carolina.
So I'm going to lay the
night. Those guys were money too.
I'm going to lay the 17.5 with Temple. I think they blow them out. I think the fact that it's a new roster is actually probably a good thing. The Feds are definitely going to be keeping an eye on this game. There's going to be no funny stuff. They're just going to come out and smash. So I'll lay the 17.5 with Temple.
All right. Locking it?
Yeah. I'll play it. It's a short night. We need a little edge.
Yeah, peer pressure. It was Cappers on the Owls. Temple. What's next?
Alabama A&M and Indiana are going to do battle in Indiana's home opener of the season in Assembly Hall, where the Hoosiers in the Darian DeVries era are laying 27.5 points in their first game. 145.5 is the total. Mac, do the Hoosiers run it up on the Bulldogs here in game one of a new era?
Yeah. So travel spot Alabama A&M just played Blue Mountain down there in Huntsville. So now going up to Bloomington, less than 48 hours. I think this is an avalanche. I mean, I think this is like Iowa tonight. I think he's got some continuity in terms of guys that have played in his program, aka his son that's coming back, Tucker. I think Indiana kills him. I'll lock Indiana, and Colby's locking Indiana too.
Why not? Short slate. I'll jump in with you guys and let's have a party. Quadruple lock, Mac.
Yep.
Quadruple lock, friends for eternity. All these filthy Hoosiers. I will not be rooting for the Hoosiers. Hope you missed this tournament. Go Mountain.
The college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, where Underdog is your home for pick'em entries as well. You can win up to 5,000x your entry fee. Underdog's got a brand new offer right now for new customers as well, where you can play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up today with the promo code TCESGPN. That is promo code TCESGPN at Underdog today. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, as they've been crushing it in college basketball. They also have college football, NFL, and NBA. They're giving away weekly prizes for cash prizes just by tracking your bets in the Rhythm app. That is Rhythm spelled RITHMM. You can track 5 bets of the same type from any model that you build, and you can win $1,000. Use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month today. Download Rhythm and use the promo code SGPN25. And we are back here on the college basketball experience. Myself, Noah Bienick, joined alongside Moneyline Mac and Cannabis Capper as we're running through the November 5th college basketball games and giving out ATS picks and an occasional total here or there. We have Southern and Marquette next up on the marquee, and the Golden Eagles are laying 23.5 against the Jaguars in this matchup. Game number 1 of the season for Shaka Smart and the bunch as well here, Mac. Is Marquette going to cover this?
They played Albany the other night.
Yeah, they played. They got one. They got a win already.
Shit, my apologies.
Yeah, no.
They won by 8. They won by a lot against the Great Danes.
Yeah, by 27. No.
All right. So who do they got on deck?
That's a good question.
They had.
Next.
Okay.
Indiana. Yeah.
And that game's in Chicago.
Yeah. See, I don't think it's a look ahead for Indiana because it's the DeVries opener.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Now, for Marquette, I think it could be a little bit of a sleepy-ish spot, if that makes sense. Not like
Southern does have quite the bus trip from Fayetteville, Arkansas to Milwaukee.
We got some prostitution spots tomorrow night, guys. I mean, you got guys, teams that are just being bought left and right, got to travel less than 48 hours after getting absolutely destroyed 48 hours ago. I'm gonna take the points with Southern. They got their ass beaten already. They'll come to play. This is a good program in the SWAC. So, give me Kevin Johnson and company to stay chippy in this one. No.
Yeah, the thought process is that Marquette's probably is going to call off the Dogs at some point.
I think so too.
Yeah, and that's where Southern's going to get back into it. Not going to get back into it, mean like win it, but get back into it, mean like be under the number. I think Marquette wins by 20. So I'm not going to bet this. I don't feel good enough about it because I do think they are going to call off the Dogs, but and I don't know if I'm kind of afraid that Southern just gets steamrolled. So I'm going to stay away from this one. But if I were to bet this one, I'd be on the points.
I'm gonna take the points in Southern here. They played all right the other night against Arkansas. My main hiccup, what I can't get over, is the travel, and I'm quite nervous about that their legs could be quite dead in the second half of this one. But we'll see what happens as all those SWAC teams will have their world tour starting this month. So yeah. Game 8 on the docket today is South Dakota and Creighton. The Blue Jays are minus 27.5 in this matchup. The total is 166.5. Creighton, I mean, very similar identity to what they've been in years prior to Ryan Kalkbrenner. A whole lot of offense, not a ton of defense. I'm not quite sure Owen Freeman's healthy for this one either. Their home opener, though, in Omaha. Mac, where you head?
Kind of think Creighton's going to open it up on them. South Dakota just played an overtime game the other night against Dixie State. Quick turn. Omaha's a hard place to play. And Creighton in these openers, I know they're a veteran group. They've been really good. I'm going to hop in on Creighton. I'm going to lock Creighton here. New group. I think they come out firing. Alan Huss back with High Point. Or from High Point, back on the staff here. I think Creighton opens it up here and wins by 30 plus. So I'll lock Creighton.
I'll take Creighton, but no bet. I don't. That's a lot of points. I don't think South Dakota is that bad. Is my thing. Like I don't see them as like if it's if it's some of these like low majors, I can definitely see the 30-point lines. But the South Dakota isn't. I don't think there's that big of a difference between these two teams. I would lay it with Creighton, but no bet for me. I'm staying away from this one.
So my handicap is this: I don't believe that Owen Freeman's healthy, and even if he does play, I don't think he's 100%. And if that's the case, Creighton doesn't have your standard 5 this year. They just don't. Outside of Freeman, they spent so much money on him in the portal that they lack a little bit of depth at the 5 and replacing Ryan Kalkbrenner. And there's plenty of pieces in the backcourt that are new. I think that this score is high. I think that the total is 166.5, and it's not quite high enough. South Dakota last year had the second fastest pace in the country. And in that first game for South Dakota against Utah Tech, there were quite a bit of possessions in that game. And I think it's going to be very similar. And I'm not quite sure the defense is going to be good on either side. So I like the over in this matchup. I'm going to lock that up. That is not a cocktail napkin play. That is a feel play.
Wow.
And for what it's worth, I'm going to take the Blue Jays laying the points. But yeah, lock up the 166.5 for me.
Bienick locking up the over. I'm on the Blue Jays. I don't see how South Dakota stops them all night. South Dakota wants to play fast. They're going to get run out of the building.
Yeah, that might be the case for sure.
It's hard to get to Omaha, baby. Omaha.
Tarleton plays LSU tomorrow. And guys,
here's the money line play.
If there is a money line play on the board, it might be in Baton Rouge tomorrow. There is a lot of drama and chaos in the boot. Mac, seems like we're on the same page with the Texans in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, Billy Gillespie, veteran coach, has won bye games in the past. Yes, they played a game against SMU, but SMU dressed.
They were in that.
They dressed that score up. That was a single-digit game with 10 minutes to go. And Tarleton travels better than some of these other teams that we've talked about. Tarleton's got money. We've seen what they've done in football.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Tarleton and the points. I think they're live to win the game on the money line, 15-1. Let's run it back, baby. Billy Clyde, Billy Gillespie, baby.
It's another 15-1 play.
Yeah, over there at Bet365 right now.
Okay.
Billy Clyde.
The only thing that has me concerned about Tarleton is that every Twitter genius I've seen is on Tarleton.
Jackasses are copying me.
They are, clearly. I'm probably going to bet this. I'm going to take Tarleton. I don't know if I can get to the money line. But I just think LSU is just a bit of a mess, and Tarleton isn't. That's kind of my handicap.
Tarleton, they have their own mess that they're dealing with their group of criminals or former criminals.
Hey!
Dude,
crime pays, baby.
Crime pay. Yeah, you bet on the crime.
Very much so. You are not wrong. At all.
Is there? Did I see an 18.5 out there? Did I see that?
They are. Tarleton's one of your more talented groups that there's just a lot of wild cards over time that it may spill over. But like Mac mentioned, they gave a good fight to SMU in that opener of the season. Dior Johnson's on the team. He's been around the block, kind of all over the place, but he had a great first game, 23 points, and just they had 4 guys in double digits, and Tarleton's got some talent. So LSU's the other thing too is like they bring in a lot of dudes that were former go-to scorers at their previous destination, and I really want to see how that clicks. You got a guy like Dean Thomas who transfers in from UNLV, a guy like Markel Sutton from Omaha. Both of those guys go-to scorers on their team. Rashad King was a volume shooter at Northeastern. There's a lot of mouths to feed with the Tigers, and I'm interested to see how that plays in night one. 17.5 is way too many points, and I do think that if there was a money line on a very short slate, it's a little bit forced, only because we're 2 for 2 on money line so far this show, this season. Tarleton State, it deserves it. That's a triple lock, Capper?
Yeah, I'll lock it up. I caught my bookie at AG has an 18.5.
Yeah, 15-1 too.
No.
Remember at my book. Look at the text.
Plus 985 at my bookie, 10-1.
Okay.
Shop Brothers 15-1 out there.
Get that 15-1, man.
Yeah, best number, I guess. ATS is the sponsor. Shout out to Capper for giving them a plug. And yeah, Texas A&M Commerce, the Chinese food restaurant, is
Rob Donaldson State.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Rob Donaldson's YouTube logo.
New Mexico they are playing 20.5.
Headed to Albuquerque, and they are getting 20.5 points against these Mexican Wolves, aka the Lobos. Mac, where are you heading in this game? This one is this one's a toughie.
They're laying 20.5. Yeah, I'll lock up the Lobos.
You're locking it?
Eric Olin, first game,
yeah.
And they've got film on Texas A&M Commerce, who already played at Arlington Baptist and beat it by 60.
Well, we don't know if there's film in that game.
Yeah, I think New Mexico is still going to be fine. I think that this program still rolls. Olin's a good coach. Blowout. Same handicap as Indiana.
Yeah, I co-sign. I'll lay it with New Mexico. You could talk. I could be talked into a lock. No, what say you?
I'm not gonna lock this one with New Mexico. Okay. The pit may be lit, and I do like the Lobos for the upcoming year, but yeah, I don't even love that Indiana play. It's just kind of a play that
that Indiana play is one of the best plays on the board.
It's a short slate. And
it's a first year head coach, a lot of buzz in the building, and you're getting a team that's on short rest. It should be a smash spot, both of those.
I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna take the points, or I'm gonna lay the points with the.
You know what? I ride with Moneyline Mac. Let's lock this.
Go. Double lock. No vote. Everybody gets played at the pit.
The next game on the slate is in Davis, California, as UC Davis hosts North Dakota State. The Aggies are laying 2.5 points, and the total is 143.5. Capper's got a huge smile on his face, rubbing his hands together. This seems to be a game that he's got to play on. Capper, where are you heading this one?
North Dakota State money line.
Ooh. Why? What's the reason behind it?
Colby locked up North.
Oh, did he really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I ride with Colby. Okay. North Dakota State.
They looked good the other night.
They did look good the other night. It's a veteran roster for the most part. One of the better teams in the Summit League. I think I've got them finishing. I can't remember if I have them winning the league, but I have them top 3. And I'm not really sold on this UC Davis roster. They bring back a little bit from last year, but I just think North Dakota State's just the better side. I like their catching points. I think they're going to win this one outright.
Mac?
I'm battling. I'm taking Davis here.
Really?
Okay. That was a kitchen sink game. I thought against Oregon State. I thought they played their ass off and they should have won the game. They led for a lot of it. Give me Jim Lesson company here.
Yeah, UC Davis has had pretty good defenses.
I like UC Davis. They're a top half of the team in the Big West.
Yeah, in recent years, and honestly, I was not high on the Oregon State squad for this upcoming season, so I'm honestly not too shocked that they had their hands full on opening night. And North Dakota State traveling down to Davis, and Davis, for what it's worth, did play a game against Menlo. They beat them by almost 30 on opening night as well. I'm going to lay it with Davis. It's a short spread. I don't have a ton of conviction behind the pick, other than they have a little bit more continuity than North Dakota State does. So I'll just sit this one out and watch the lock battle happen.
Gappers on the sides of the big gun. Back and give us. Show you guys real nice.
When you play music, Mac, your mic cuts out. I don't know why.
Good.
I don't know if that's just me. I
was yelling how much I hate you, and okay. So that's good.
There we go.
I hate that Noah Bienick prick. Just kidding.
North Alabama and Mississippi State. I think this is the game of the night. We've got Tony Pujols with a pretty new squad heading into Starkville, Mississippi, where the Mississippi State Bulldogs do have Josh Hubbard coming back. He was the star of last year. But their identity has been quite up in the air. Don't know if this is going to be one of the more talented offensive teams that Chris Jans has had, but his really good defensive teams have been very lackluster on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm interested to see what kind of pop the Bulldogs have this year on offense. Laying 25.5 is quite a bit against. I think Pujols is a solid. Pujols, not Albert Pujols, but Tony Pujols is a solid coach. I'm gonna take the 25.5 points. Thank you very much. With the Mississippi State team that plays at a pretty slow pace. Mac, your thoughts?
I had similar thoughts. I'll take North Alabama, but they're a new group and neither team has played so far. So I'll sit this one out. I'll take my Lions. No bet.
Yeah, it's my same concern. I do want to watch this game. I can't wait to see what Tony Pujols got been cooking up over there, but it's just too many unknowns, really. And until I can get eyes on it, I don't feel comfortable putting American dollars on this. So I'll definitely watch this game. If I had to pick it, I'd probably do North Alabama plus 25.5. I feel like it's a bit beefy, for Mississippi State, but I'm not gonna touch this one.
Can-Am and Can-Am and the Juice are lobbying for North Alabama to be the second Chinese restaurant that we've got.
Yeah. Rob Donaldson State South.
Sure.
Love it.
I'll go NAU and take the points there. We've got South Carolina Upstate all the way in Fresno, California for this matchup. They're playing the Bulldogs, and they're laying 9.5 with
staying out in Cali.
Yeah. Vance Wahlberg has told Colby that he really, really likes his squad, that it's one of his favorite groups that he's ever been with. And on opening night, they won 88-51 over Fresno Pacific. And Upstate, for what it's worth, played against Baptist. And they actually put up quite a few points against a good CBU defense. They lost 87-75. Upstate has some continuity here, whereas Fresno State, it's a brand new roster. Mac, what are you thinking for this one?
So Colby locked up Upstate.
I don't think that's a bad play.
He always takes Upstate.
How far is Baptist from Fresno?
It's not that. It's up. It's San Luis Obispo to Fresno is. It's like northern. It's like reasonably close. I could check.
Yeah, I'm not the greatest on California geography there.
It's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, it's not bad, I guess.
So this isn't much of a travel.
No.
No.
We're gonna do a double lock, man. I got to see it from Fresno. I know Wahlberg is talking up his team. That's usually a fade for me. Remember Joe Scott at Air Force was saying how bad his team was. His team actually looked pretty good the other night. Yeah, I'm fading Fresno. The mystery team. Give me Upstate here. They could be live on the money line. Would you be shocked if Fresno lost this fucking game?
No,
I wouldn't be shocked at all. But am I going to call for it? No, just because Upstate wasn't great last year, and they return a lot of that team, so it could go both ways. Like, one, you could develop that talent, and they'd be a little bit better this year. They returned 4 guys that played 20 minutes a season ago. 2 of them starters. Their point guard comes in from a junior college national championship winning team in Trinity Valley. Upstate, I think, is going to be better this year, and I have no idea what we're getting from Fresno. I want to be on Upstate, but I don't know if I can get behind a bet here. Capper, your thoughts?
I kind of like the over in this one.
The over.
Okay.
It's 164.5. I kind of feel like they're both these teams are going to score points here with not a lot of defense.
Oh yeah, Fresno plays a shit show of a style. That's why I said the money line could be live, because they play such a high variance style.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I saw the Fresno Pacific game on opening night to see what kind of team they are when they're not.
You know what they are.
Like, well, that team last year was throwing games.
Yeah, so. the team was a mess last year.
But all right, yeah, they were throwing games, but their style of play was wild as shit to begin with. He's not going to change his style.
Yeah, I'm not jumping in front of that train. We've seen all these gambling probe teams come out with guns ablazing, so I'm going to sit this one out too.
I'm going to take the over in this one.
Caps on the over. I'm on Upstate the points. The dog will be barking late here on an evening in the Mountain West. That might be my thought. I like Tarleton. Those are my
final game of the night. The nightcap here is Loyola Marymount playing host to Eastern Washington. And the Lions in their season opener is laying 8.5 points. Sorry, this is not the season opener either. They played Lincoln, California.
Yeah, they played
Lincoln. It might as well be.
Another non-D1 team that I didn't pay attention to on opening night. But the total is 156.5 here. Eagles put up a hell of a fight against UCLA in opening night. Mac, I kind of have a feeling I know where you're going on this one.
I'm laying the points.
Really?
I hate taking teams the game after 48 hours after they just played out of their mind at UCLA. That's for those kids at EW. That's like a freaking destination spot to play at Westwood, and they played their ass off. They almost should have won the game. Damn. I mean, we were down on Munson's team coming into the year.
This is like no travel though.
I know, but I also just don't think EW is good.
Really?
No, I am not high on Eastern Washington this year. This is my favorite bet of the day. I'm taking the under 156.5 in this game.
Okay.
Cocktail Napkins got it at 151.5. I think you're looking at 2 things. One, Eastern Washington played their guts out against UCLA and came up a little bit short. And UCLA is a physical, grinding type of defense. And Stan Johnson's LMU teams have had pretty good defenses in the past as well. I think we see a type of game where Eastern Washington doesn't quite have that same click that they had opening night on offense. And LMU is definitely not putting up 150 points like they did in opening night against Lincoln, California. So I got the under in this one. Cocktail Napkins got it at 151.5. So over a possession of value there. That would have been a bet on a normal slate. That's my favorite play of the day. Capper?
I'll tell you on the under. You talked me into it. I do think there's gonna be some tired legs with Ewu. It's gonna help that out. As far as the game, I really
Colby, this is Colby's dog of the night.
Yeah, I really want to bet Ewu, but I do think Shout out to the chat. D Straz 98 says LMU by 10. I think that's probably how it ends up.
So Colby has Eastern Washington as his money line dog.
Yeah, I think he had them in Tarleton. He really liked Tarleton too.
Okay.
All the Twitter geniuses are on Tarleton. I'm telling you,
that doesn't mean it's a bad bet.
So would you guys lock there?
I locked the under.
Yeah, I
156.5.
All right, you guys are on the under. I'm on there. Marymount control. 15.
All right. 3 locks and a dog for the upcoming slate of November 5th in college basketball tonight. The guest, Matt DeWaskin, a.k.a. Cannabis Capper, can lead off here. We're looking for 3 locks and a dog, my friend.
Okay. I will lock up. Would we catch Indiana at? Was that 27.5?
27.5.
Okay, I'll lock up Indiana at 27, my laying 27.5. I will lock up. Jeez, this is really short. I'll lock up Tarleton 18.5. And I'll lock up Rutgers, laying 20.5. And my money line dog, North Dakota State, plus 140.
All right. Mac, you want to go or you want me to go?
You can go. I was looking for a third lock.
I kind of figured on a short slate. So my favorite bet of the night, this is a cocktail napkin play, is the under in Loyola Marymount and Eastern Washington. You got both of these teams in their second game of the season on the third night of the season. Loyola Marymount put up 140 points in game 1 against Lincoln, California. That ain't happening in game 2. And also you got Eastern Washington, who played a very physical defense in UCLA that I think may wear on them in this game against Loyola Marymount, who's typically had good defenses under Stan Johnson. So give me the under 156.5. Cocktail Napkin has that at 151.5. For play number 2, I like South Dakota and Creighton over 166.5. Last year, the South Dakota Coyotes played at the second fastest tempo in the country. Their first game of the season was also up and down all over the place against Utah Tech. They lost that game in overtime for what it's worth. We're going to go over 166.5. Creighton, they don't really have a ton of depth down low in replacing Ryan Kalkbrenner. And if Owen Freeman plays this game, I don't think he's 100%. So we're going over there. And then for play number 3, I'm going to take the points with Tarleton State at 17.5, but also they are the money line play. It's a shit show in Baton Rouge, period, with everything that's going on in the athletic department right now. But also LSU's kind of got like this mid-major all-star team with a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of guys that were former alpha scorers at their previous destination. So it's not a situation that I love. And I think that Tarleton, with the game under their belt and a short drive, is live in this game against the LSU Tigers. And that leaves us to Mac for your 3 locks and a dog.
So I am going to fade the 3 nice covers, moral victories on opening night. Maryland Eastern Shore had a nice effort against Georgia Tech. Georgia is going to annihilate them. I'll lay the points with the Dogs. North Dakota State, the Bison. Great effort at Corvallis. Quick turn here. I'm going to lay the points with UC Davis. And then the finale, E-Dub almost got it done at UCLA. I think Loyola Marymount wins by double digits. So I'll lay the points there with those 3 favorites. Moneyline dog, Billy Clyde and company, baby. My Texans, Tarleton, outright tomorrow night in LSU. Better coach, veteran group. Texans get it done in Baton Rouge.
We'll see if this sticks, but yesterday after the lock and dogs portion of the show, we gave out our records for all the listeners out there.
Oh shit.
For me personally, I went 4-2 with a 15-1 moneyline dog that hit. All 3 of us on this show had the UT Martin money line that will ultimately bring us all the positive for the night. But if you have your tallies up, I guess if you feel like sharing, let them know.
I gotta shoot. What are
Sorry, I put you guys
it
on
was
the spot.
8-6, maybe. Hold on 1 second. I started 0-3 with those fucking prick ass Purdue, Kentucky, South Carolina. Won that. 3-3, 4-3.
Sorry,
5-3.
4-3 for me. I did not mark Oregon losing against the spread there. That was going on during our show.
Sorry, 9-5. 9-5. A good night with the 15-1.
You miscounted even worse for yourself. See, this guy is just trying.
I lose track, you know.
I honestly, I was
winning right now. It's ridiculous.
I know I was 5-2 yesterday, and I know I had a winning night tonight. But I honestly, I'm sorry, I'm way too retarded to find this on tally site at the moment. I apologize.
It is not a big deal. We just did it yesterday because we all had great days, and I know we all had a great day today with the Skyhawks money line coming through. So it's not a big deal. You can follow this show on social media at TCE on SGPN. You can follow myself at NoahB77_. You can follow Mac at Moneyline_Mac, and you can follow Matt DeWaskin at Cannabis Capper on Twitter and other social media for everybody. Josh Smith got a 20-1 on the Skyhawks money line there. Shout out to you.
He must have got him in the first half when they were down like 10. Good day to you.
Yeah, could have for sure. And yeah, Colby's going to be back on the show tomorrow. This might turn into a regular thing as they do college football picks on Tuesday nights for the Sports Gambling Podcast. Capper, we appreciate you joining us and being a guest on the episode. It might be Cannabis Capper Tuesdays for the near future here as college football season rolls along. Any parting words from you fellas before we get out of here?
Marathon tomorrow night, college football experience at 9:00, and then college basketball experience. Bring your cooler.
You guys picked the perfect day for that. Only 14 games of college basketball.
Thank God. Thank God.
If you cash on the if you cash on UT Martin tonight, please remember, let it ride.
Oh yeah.
Also, just go out and purchase buffs. Right, that was what the comment section was talking about earlier with Max sunglasses. But yeah, that'll do it for today on the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours, and we are out of here.